For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, here to make a brand new video for you today. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my collection of a few odd-sized records I have, and I have some compilations and one record I just wanted to talk about as a one-off. I wasn't sure how to fit it into a discussion, so I'm just going to show it first, but it is the release from the band Eat the Decay. Here we go. Nefarious Means. Grind out of Texas. This is Francisco jamming out all badass. And this is their only release. They had it on CD and tape as well. And it finally came out. 300 copies in green from Hell's Headbangers. Grab yours soon because I'm sure they'll be sold out very soon. Out of all the collection of 300, I picked out 2 of them already. So this is one copy, and I also pre-ordered the newest Destructor album. So when that comes out, my second copy will be here. So, and I was lucky enough to have the CD, and I also have 2 copies of the patch. So definitely grab that soon because it will not be there for long, and it doesn't look like there's probably going to be a repress. So definitely go and grab that. Otherwise, I'm going to go through my very small collection of 10-inch records and then a few odd-sized records. So starting out with all of the 10-inch records, most of them are band Exhumed. So this is the Exhumed Gruesome split here. And as you can see, it's signed by Matt Harvey, which is cool because both the bands are his, which is awesome. And then I have the vinyl here, which is this really cool yellowish splatter color with some blue and red. This is a great album, great release. I love both bands. Definitely glad that Matt Harvey does all the different bands that he does because I tend to enjoy pretty much everything he does. And Exhumed is my favorite band of all time. Second favorite band of all time. So on that same note, next we have a non-signed but 10-inch split. This is Exhumed and Gatecreeper. I remember the first time I saw Exhumed, which I was definitely late to the game on that. It was 2019. They were touring with Necrot as well as Gatecreeper, but for whatever reason, Gatecreeper decided not to show up that day. I guess they had previously booked a show in New York. It's a nice lime green, similar to that Nefarious Means release. So I guess they were just too cool for school that day and decided to tour somewhere different. But it is what it is because I've seen Gatecreeper once since with Obituary, Municipal Waste, and Enforced. So that was a cool show. Next, we have my only picture disc with a very messed up signature here. But this is the Nunslaughter Sentinex split. That's Dawn of the Dead signature there, or at least it was. I got it signed in February of last year, and just didn't last. The marker that they had was really bad and smudged, but I could still see the Of the Dead a little bit. Still a cool release. I like to get picture discs, and I like to get them signed if I can. So the fact that I may not be able to spin that is fine. It is what it is. Let's see. Third to last here, because again, I do not own too many, is the Deceased Crucified Mortal split. The Deceased, CM, and there's Reaper's signature there. And everything I own by CM except for my tapes are all signed by Reaper because when I went to Ohio to see them, I got all my stuff signed. Obviously, I'm on this channel, so clearly we've met in person at least once on the black and blue LP swirl, which is cool. So hopefully I'll get to see Deceased at some point. And the plan is, just like with everything else, if there's ever any side projects band members do, bring that stuff with me to get signed too. So I have 2 October 31 7-inch records. So if you like Deceased, you like heavy metal, check out October 31 as well. Next, we have one of the few slam bands that I own. This is English band Ingested. The 10-inch is called Stinking Cesspool of Liquefied Human Remains. Yeah, sounds like a slam title to me. And it also came with the CD as well. So I do like it a lot. I don't own a ton of their music, but I actually got this from Hell's. So This is a green with a darker green inside, which you can't really see without light behind it, but 4 songs and an intro. Cool gatefold cover and a cool color. So I think every release I have here that's a 10-inch is a color vinyl. I don't think I have any non-color vinyls. Except for me, no, this one is as well. So again, a Matt Harvey band. This is his heavy metal band. He has so many, it's sometimes hard to keep track of. But I believe a alumni of Exhumed, Bud Burke, is on this. This is the band's Scarecrow. So if you haven't heard of it, this is the only release they have, I believe. It's on CD and tape as well, I think, but 10-inch is what I have it on. And I think it's called Raise the Dead Head. Raise the Death's Head. Okay. And Matt signed it there as well. So I have a lot of stuff signed by him at this point, which is really cool. And like I said, it's good to see, an old alumni of Exhumed on here. And it's just a white with a black splatter. Definitely matches the artwork and everything. So super cool. Definitely recommend it. There's only one project that Matt did, and I don't think it was one of his bands. I think it was just a band he was maybe asked to sing on. It was a singular release. I have the CD. It was Grind. I thought it was horrible. I don't think Matt necessarily did anything wrong. I just didn't care for the release, and I don't really feel like shouting it out because I thought it was pretty bad. So, but there's plenty of great bands. So Zoom, Gruesome, like I said, Scarecrow, Pounder, Decapitator. Tons of great projects with Matt Harvey on them. So those are all the 10-inch records. Then I have a few more off-sized ones. This one is a Last Days of Humanity split with Fubar. And this is technically, a 10-inch sleeve. But as you can probably see here, it's a little smaller. It's a 9-inch record. So it's the only 9-inch record I own. Color as well. Green with that reddish splatter. It's pretty nice. It's almost like a matte Play-Doh-y green. And Last Days of Humanity is definitely one of my favorites. I could probably do a collection video, but given the graphic nature of their covers, there's a good chance that it may not get monetized and it may get struck down. So there may not be any real reason to do it. There'll just be a lot of unnecessary censorship, and that's just not worth it, unfortunately. But you can use your imagination because you probably know enough about the band already. So now we're going to go on the smaller side. Probably mostly familiar with the 7-inch record, familiar with 12-inch, and then the 10 is sort of like the next one. And then there's the weird sizes like the 9 I showed you. This is a 6-inch record. It's the only one I own that's 6. I don't know if you can see here. It's Necrofilth and Unholy Grave on the other side. And I'm doing some unholy handling of this because it's just a weird shape. I'm not used to having a ton of these, so although it really shouldn't handle any different than the 7-inch record. It's basically the same thing. So Unholy Grave, Necrofilth. Got this from HH. Pretty cool. They'll fold out here. Nothing super special. I'm going to have a HH sticker in there for some reason, so who knows. And then last but not least for records is a 5-inch record. And I have a little sticker in here, which is I'll show you in a second, which is kind of fun. This is a Nunslaughter split with some band called Necro-Cannibalistic Vomitorium, I guess. Cool. I don't know. Never heard of them. Don't really care. But it's a 5-inch record. That is the silliest, tiniest thing I've ever seen record-wise. Very odd. I'm not sure what the point of that even is. Just seems kind of, why not just put it on a 7-inch record? I feel like it probably costs more. And then the Nunslaughter sign is, again, very sloppily signed by Dawn of the Dead. Because when I went to see the band, I didn't think my marker would have any juice left in it. I used their marker. It was just a regular old silver marker, and it just bled. And all the stuff I got signed kind of got ruined. But that's all right. It is what it is. And I did also get signed sticker, by J-Dog, the Poser Alert. And again, very thin silver marker that you probably can't even see because, yeah, I feel like it completely wore off, but it's like right there. So, I mean, why not? The guy's not on any records, so what am I going to have him sign? Well, it is his face, so. And then I just have a couple of these. Don't really know how to categorize them. They're not, you know, they're technically CDs, but I throw them in with the 7-inch records. These HH compilation discs that they have. So 1, 2, and I don't know the actual numbers, so I'm just saying them in the order I have them in. 3. This one's still sealed. I think I have 2 copies, and this is number 10. I don't really know what the other volume numbers are. I didn't really look, but eventually I collect them all. I mean, they do have them on Discogs from time to time, just to collect. Yeah, this one I don't even know what volume 6, volume 5, and volume 2. So I'm just missing a couple different ones. That's it for this video. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what are some of the weird shaped and size records you have. I only have 1 or 2 shaped records. I just didn't think to include them on this one. And for the Flexies, I don't really like Flexies. I only own a couple of them just because they're from my favorite bands, but generally they don't work very well for me. So I'm not a big fan, so I generally don't collect them. But let me know if there's any other shapes or sizes that you have for records specifically. And then I'll see you in the next video.